Welcome. I'm from Chicago, sweet home Chicago. It's a great city, great, except for all the murders. As if parenting in 2012 wasn't tough enough, you try doing it in this violent city. It's an awful environment to raise children. A 7-year-old girl, that's how old my twin daughters are, was shot recently at a homemade lemonade stand outside of her house. This little girl's name was Heaven Sutton. And this show tonight, I do for her. Let's look at some numbers. Now, the numbers don't lie, as they say. I actually wish they did here. Here we go. Their murder rate is up 38%. Since the beginning of the year, there have been more than 280 murders in Chicago. Our mayor, Rahm Emanuel, his solution? A plea to the gangbangers. When questioned about the murder of this 7-year-old little girl, Heaven Sutton, he said it's about values and asked the gangbangers to please stay away from the kids.
Stay away from the kids. This is not about just crime. I'll take the responsibility of what we need to do. But if you think this is not about a partnership, if you do not think this is about a set of values, near a child, how dare you?
Partnership and values. This is the same Rahm Emanuel that worked for Bill Clinton. And at that time, morals, they didn't matter. But now all of a sudden, yeah, morals, I guess morals do matter after all. Don't stand next to a child if you think you're going to get shot at. That's going to work. A plea to gangbangers. Can he ask him to say please and thank you at the same time? Look, I'm not trying to be funny, and I guess it would be funny if I didn't live there. You know, these sound bites are all fun and games, and the social engineering, it's all fun and games until innocent people get killed. And I don't think appealing to gangbangers, to their good manners, is going to work. So what will work? Well, we already have some of the toughest gun laws in America. I feel they violate my Second Amendment right to protect myself and my family. And the gangbangers don't care about their stupid gun laws. So innocent people continue to get killed. Let's get some answers right here, right now. I want to go to our great panel. Joining me, Harvard Law grad and editor of AboveTheLaw.com, leading site for legal news. Here he is, Elie Mystal. Yay.
How you doing?
And from Chicago, my home, here is liberal radio host and Fox News contributor Santita Jackson. And then we have British political commentator. She has strong views on gun control laws. This is Imogen Lloyd-Webber. So let's get going. Gangbangers appealing to their good nature. Elie.
Yeah, look, every time something goes wrong with gun laws, it's like an excuse for us to not have gun laws. We don't do that with other places in our law. We don't say, like, let's not have traffic laws just because people in Boston don't know how to drive, right? If you want to deal with gangbangers and their gun violence, one of the best ways to start is to go and take all of their guns. Of course, some people wouldn't agree with that.
But I don't have people driving their car into my living room and having their way with my wife and stealing my stuff. I can't. I mean, I have people driving my living room. I could protect my family if my liberal mayor would let me have a gun to protect myself. Listen, I really believe this. If I could protect myself, these gangbangers. Santita, right, these gangbangers are looking for an opportunity. If they think you can fight back, it'll stop the violence. Let me have a gun. Let good people have guns, and the violence will stop.
It's a wonderful thought, but the studies don't prove that out. I mean, the fact is, I think we've got to look at the violence in the culture. The fact is, January 8th, 2011, Gabby Giffords is shot. That's happened 60 times since, mass shootings. You can have your laws. I believe you need to have your guns if that's what you want. I don't have one, but if you want it, you got it. No problems. The Constitution is a living, breathing document. You can have that.
So why can't I have a gun in our city?
No, but what I'm saying is this. Yeah. Do you need an AK-47 or an assault rifle? No, you do not.
Yes, land of the free. Land of the free.
No, you're not free to shoot something out of the sky. I mean, come on, an airplane.
I'm not shooting out of the sky. I'm shooting.
Mancow, you don't need that. That's what Mr. Holmes had. And you know what? He was able to order 4 guns.
Wait.
6,000 rounds.
There's a big difference between some creep going into a movie theater and killing people and me protecting my family. And a gang comes in as a gang.
You do not need a machine gun to do that. And so wait a minute.
But I should have that right if I want to protect my family. Absolutely. I live in this city where hundreds of people have been killed.
But you know what? No one marries to this whole discussion about rights, responsibilities. You have a responsibility not to kill people.
I have a responsibility.
No.
I have a responsibility to protect my wife and protect my children, and I can't do that.
Mr. Holmes was not trying to protect anyone. He was not. He walked into that theater to kill, and he was successful at it.
Santita, how about this? What if I had been in that theater with a gun legally and I could have stopped it?
I would hope that you would have been on the floor protecting your family.
Hold on. Certainly. We're not saying that the way to stop gun violence in this country is to arm everybody in some kind of weird escape from New York death match, right?
You know, Ellie,
surely that's not where we're trying to go, right?
Ellie, that's exactly what we're trying to do. That's exactly what I think. Guys, if you give good people, you don't take light away from darkness and hope the darkness behaves. Shine some light in there. Let me protect my family. Let more good people fight back. These guys are looking for opportunity.
But
Just take that away from them.
Guns don't give you light; they give you a spark.
Imogen, you don't have. You know what guns are? You guys have sticks in England. Your cops have sticks.
As a result, 51 people died in Britain last year through guns. 51 people. Do you believe in vigilante justice? Is this what you're saying?
What's your definition of vigilante justice?
What is your definition, Mancow?
Are we talking about Chuck Bronson going after the bad guys? Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. I really am.
You really are.
Spider-Man doesn't use a gun, and he seems to be able to do all right for himself and protect his family.
Look, Santita and I share the same neighborhood, and she'll tell you, if she's going to be truthful here today, she would tell you.
If I'm going to be truthful,
I
live on the south side of Chicago. You don't live on the south side of Chicago.
South side, 15 minutes. 15-minute response time. 15-minute response time. In some cases, when you call 911, 15 minutes. You can do a lot of raping, killing, and stealing in 15 minutes.
Okay.
My wife doesn't have that time. Our kids don't have that kind of time. I need a gun to protect myself. Absolutely. Yes.
There are also bigger issues here. It's about the American dream, and these problems in Chicago is a lot of people feel they don't have access to that dream anymore. And it's the problems of lack of education, of poverty, and so forth. And fundamentally, these people are without hope. And it's bringing that.
Wait a minute, guys. I went to public schools, and we were poor growing up, and we weren't killing each other.
That's true.
There's more to it.
Let me tell you,
than
you're right. Dennis Blair, who headed up our intelligence agency, said at the beginning of this great recession, the greatest one since the Great Depression, well, somebody used the D word, he said, this will unravel our social fabric. We will.
So what's the answer? Throw more money at it?
No, don't throw money. You give people jobs.
My money. Throw more money.
No. You give people jobs. You stop
Let's buy air conditioners. I've heard that too. Midnight basketball. It's not working.
iPhones are made at a great profit.
All these murders in Chicago, and it's not even one of the most violent cities in America. I want to put up this list for you guys. I think it's startling that the most dangerous cities in America, look at this, 9 out of 10 of them are Democratic. Come on, guys. This can't just be a coincidence.
This has nothing to do with Democrats and Republicans.
It's a coincidence.
It's the coincidence that Democrats tend to win elections in bigger cities with more of a poorer population, while Republicans tend to win elections in smaller cities with more rich people around.
So are you saying that Republicans don't kill each other, but Democrats do? What?
No.
It's just a coincidence. It's not a coincidence. Guys.
This is a transpartisan issue. Shame on you for bringing partisanship into this. There is no appreciable difference between Republicans and Democrats. You and I both know that. This is about corporatism versus populism. I don't mind corporations.
No.
Let me finish my thought.
Go ahead.
I think that the people need to weigh in here, and that is not what we're hearing. This is not about Republicans and Democrats, because we have the same.
It is. The Republicans will let me have a gun to defend myself, and that would stop crime.
You don't want to talk about violence in America? This is what I said. There have been 60 shootings since Gabrielle Giffords. We want to look at Chicago, but you don't want to look at that.
Well, let's look at the top 10 cities here.
No.
They're all Democratic.
This is not where the mass shootings have occurred.
These come, I believe, from FBI statistics, and they say that it is a false way of looking at them by looking at them through cities. It's simplistic.
Okay, so what's the way to look at it?
To look at it through Republicans and Democrats as well. Fundamentally, there are some big problems that need to be dealt with. You live in an amazing country.
Thank you.
You've got a fantastic political system, but it's all to do with checks and balances. And to get to grips with the big problems in this country that involve addiction, that involve education, that involve poverty, will mean Republicans and Democrats need to come together and work together.
With all due respect, and welcome to America, but I've grown up with this. I've heard this rhetoric my whole life. More money for this. That's always the answer. More money for everything. It's not working.
But you are so...
No. I think I'll tell you what.
Mancow, it has worked before. When we had white-on-white crime in the 1890s to the 1930s. Wait a minute, because we had an explosion of violence in Chicago. That's why we had Jane Addams and Hull House and the president weighing in and coming. This was 1890 through 1930.
Jane Addams.
No. You've heard of her, Hull House.
That wasn't the 1800s.
Isn't that when it took like 8 minutes to load a weapon in the first place?
No. They threw money at our cities. They had a plan to get people out of poverty and out of the ghettos. That's what they did. We just need that again.
Money.
Let's go back to money.
Money. That's always the answer. Look, why do I think Democratic cities are more violent, guys? Where there is no vision, people perish. Vision, morals, values. It doesn't matter to these politicians anymore. They laugh at people like me that believe in God, guns, and guts. These things are outdated. Well, a fish rots from the head down. And we have rotten leadership in this country with no morals. So when they preach morals to us, it's laughable. Democratic-controlled cities, sorry, they are more violent.